Do you find yourself checking your bank account with a knot in your stomach? Maybe since your divorce, money has become one of your biggest sources of stress. You lie awake at night wondering if you'll have enough money to make it to the end of the month or even the week. The thought of retirement, enough for emergencies, enough for the future is not even on your radar. If you've ever thought, I just want to feel financially secure again, this video is for you. Because today we're talking about how to move from simply surviving after divorce to building genuine financial confidence, and why confidence has far more to do with mindset and action than the number in your bank account. Stay with me, because I believe God wants you to live with hope for the future, not constant fear about it. Hi friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Steph from Alberta, Canada, and I have had to start over twice in my life because of the fallout from 2 divorces. The first in my mid-30s and the second in my early 50s. The second divorce was the hardest because I had 2 young boys to care for as well. And with Canada going through a recession and the rising cost of inflation, it seemed I was always stressed about having enough money to make it through the month. 10 years on now, I've learned how to reduce the stress associated with finances. Now, as a Christian life coach, I'm helping divorced women in their 50s and 60s navigate life's unexpected transitions with finances, faith, confidence, and practical strategies. And in this video, I'll be discussing 7 common strategies to move forward into financial peace. So let's get into this. Do you have financial anxiety? Is that making you feel like you're financially irresponsible? Do you feel like you've made too many poor choices? Well, I want to ease your mind about this because divorce changes everything. Suddenly you're managing finances on your own. Your savings have been divided. Retirement plans may have changed or been obliterated. Your future feels uncertain, and this uncertainty can be terrifying. But today I want to talk about something powerful, the difference between financial fear and financial confidence. Because while we can't always control every circumstance, we can learn how to move forward with greater wisdom, courage, and trust in God. Number 1, let's look into what financial fear looks like. Financial fear doesn't always look very dramatic. It shows up sometimes very quietly. It looks like avoiding your bank statements, putting off decisions, constantly worrying about what if, comparing yourself to others, feeling guilty every time you spend money, believing you'll never recover financially. Have you been living in this cycle for months or even years now? You are just surviving. You're getting through each day, but you're not experiencing peace. And the problem with fear is that it keeps us focused on what might happen in the future, rather than what we can do today. Fear freezes you, but confidence moves you forward. Fear causes worry, but confidence learns from mistakes. Fear waits to pounce at the next obstacle, but confidence takes action. Number 2, understanding that financial confidence is not the same as wealth will help you move the needle on the fear factor. And here's how financial confidence is not the same thing as being wealthy. Have you met a wealthy person who lives in constant anxiety? I have. What about people who live in modest means who live with incredible peace? Confidence comes from knowing you can handle challenges. It comes from learning, growing, adapting, making wise decisions. The goal isn't simply to accumulate more money. The goal is to develop the skills and mindset needed to navigate life with confidence. And when you know you can learn new things and solve new problems, fear begins to lose its grip. Number 3, you know there is a hidden cost of staying stuck because you have become trapped in survival mode. You spend so much energy worrying that you never create space in your mind to explore possibilities. You stop dreaming. You stop planning. You stop believing things can improve. My friend, survival mode may protect you temporarily, but it was never meant to become your permanent address. God created you for more than merely getting through the day. He created you to grow, to learn, to contribute, to flourish. The longer you remain stuck in fear, the harder it becomes to recognize the opportunities when they appear. In the Bible, Jesus spoke these comforting words in Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Here, Jesus is telling us believers that we live one day at a time. And he wants us to lean on his transforming grace to walk with us through the days ahead. Jesus wasn't suggesting we ignore responsibility. He was teaching us not to become consumed by anxiety about the future. How much of our energy is spent worrying about things that haven't happened? How much peace do we sacrifice because we're trying to control outcomes that belong to God? Planning is wise. Worrying is endlessly exhausting. God invites us to trust him with tomorrow while faithfully stewarding today. Number 4, building confidence happens one step at a time. One of the biggest myths about confidence is that confident people aren't afraid. That is simply not true. Confident people often feel fear. They just don't allow fear to affect every decision. Confidence is built through action. You gain confidence by learning a new skill. You gain confidence by solving a problem. You gain confidence by taking one step forward and realizing you survived. Think about all the things you've learned throughout your life. Driving, parenting, managing a household, navigating relationships. You weren't instantly confident in any of those areas. Confidence came through experience. The same principle applies today. Whether you're learning technology, exploring an online business, or rebuilding your finances, confidence grows with practice. Number 5, learning new skills creates new possibilities. Have you ever said, I wish I had another source of income. I wish I had more financial flexibility. I wish I felt more secure. One of the most practical ways to build confidence is to develop new skills. Skills create options. Options create opportunities. Opportunities create hope. Today, we live in a world where learning is more accessible than ever before. You can learn from home. You can learn at your own pace. You can receive support along the way. To thrive in this season, you may not be the most talented, but you can be the most teachable. Remain open to growth. Stay curious. Keep moving forward. Number 6, you develop confidence through purpose. Something interesting happens when you begin working toward a meaningful goal. Your focus shifts. Instead of obsessing over what you've lost, You begin focusing on what you're building. Instead of replaying the past disappointments, you begin creating future possibilities. Purpose is powerful. Purpose gives direction, it gives motivation, it gives energy, and often purpose becomes a bridge from fear to confidence. Number 7, this new confidence helps you rebuild your financial legacy. Maybe you're grieving not being able to leave anything meaningful for your children or grandchildren. Maybe divorce changed the financial picture you once imagined. Remember this, your story isn't finished. Every wise decision you make today can positively impact tomorrow. Every new skill learned, every opportunity explored, every step taken in faith, these actions contribute to the legacy you're building. And that legacy includes far more than money. It includes resilience, faith, perseverance, courage. So if financial fear has been weighing heavily on your heart, I want you to remember something. Confidence isn't built overnight. It's built one decision at a time, one lesson at a time, one act of courage at a time. You don't need all the answers today. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to know exactly what the next 5 years will look like. You simply need to take the next faithful step. God can do a lot with a willing heart. He can open doors, provide opportunities, restore hope, and build confidence in ways you never expected. Divorce may have changed your circumstances, but it does not determine your future. So if this video encouraged you, please like and subscribe and share it with another woman who may need this message. And if you're ready to explore practical ways to build confidence, learn valuable new skills, and create additional income, check out the resources linked below in the description. Also check out my website, liveyournewlife.ca, or email me at liveyournewlife65@gmail.com for any online coaching services, support groups, workshops, and destination retreats. Remember, friend, you are stronger than you think. God is with you. And financial confidence is not beyond your reach. Your next chapter is still being written, and it may be more beautiful than you imagine. So get ready to live your new life, and I'll see you in the next video.